Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to some more Company of Heroes 2. Now the game I have for you guys today is a heartfelt story about a guy. He'll be the hero in our story, and I don't want to say who he is though. I will leave that for you guys to figure out. So this guy started off with nothing but one single builder unit. At the beginning, he struggled to grow his empire against the weight of a sole competitor empire, but he eventually succeeded and his empire captured all the land. However, his sole competitor knew of the weaknesses in our hero's empire and he used them against our hero so effectively that our hero was sent back to almost nothing for an empire. But because our hero is our hero, we can't just let him die like that. He didn't want to, anyways, so it wasn't really our choice, but that is beside the point. So, what our hero did is took his crushed empire, threw everything he had against the competition, and created a victory for himself. The end. So as you can see, our unknown hero had quite the struggle in this game, so this is going to be a good game to watch. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you who our hero is in this game. You're just going to have to watch the video and find out. If you think it is me, because I used me as the hero while I was explaining the story, you may or may not be right. The only reason I used me is because I was blue, and it makes it easier to explain the story if the good guy is blue and the bad guy is red, even if that's not the case in this game. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the game and get out of that story, even though this game is the story. So I'm playing as the Germans, my opponent is playing as the Russians, and we are playing on Longreskaya Winter version. And something that comes with the winter version is right in front of this MG nest, there's a patch of heavy snow right there. That snow comes with the winter version. In addition to that piece of snow, there's a lot more snow all over this map. All the snow comes with the winter version. But specifically, that one little patch of snow right here in front of the MG nest also comes with it. That is a very important piece of snow. So let's go ahead and get started with this game. Yeah, getting started with it. So I'm playing as the Germans, like I said, and the first thing I do is build Tier 1, which is Infantry Company, and really, if you don't build Tier 1 as your first thing as the Germans, you are either planning to have your second Pioneer Squad, your first one that you're building, and build Tier 1, or you don't know what you're doing as the Germans, because you cannot do very much at all as the Germans if you don't build Tier 1, because Pioneers do not win against Engineers or Conscripts most of the time. So Pioneers are pretty useless as a combat unit. They'll sometimes win against Engineers, but not very often. So I have sent my first Pioneer squad over here to the right side. I'm not going to capture this victory point despite what it looks like. I'm actually going to capture this point over here. And this is basically what I do when I'm playing on Longra in Company of Heroes 1, but it doesn't quite work so well in this game because in Company of Heroes 1, this point takes a lot longer to capture than this point does, but you do not get resources from this point until you have captured this point. And so what I do is I send my Pioneer squad, one of the two, over here to capture this point, and then my first Volksgrenadier squad, or Grenadier squad in Company of Heroes 2, would go capture this point and then finish capping at the same time. But in this game, it doesn't work like that. As you can see, this point is already captured, and so my Grenadiers are rushing over here to try and capture this one so I can get resources from this point, because right now it is not connected to my base. As you can see here, there's a line of nothingness right there. There's a red X over there. Does that mean a spawn-in point? I never even knew that. Wow, I learn something new every day. Despite how long I've played this game. So once they capture that point, they're coming over here. Next they'll go over here to this point, and I don't think I shift queued anything after that. As for my second Pioneer squad, the first one I built, they went over to the left, captured this point, then this point, then this point, and then they're going to capture this one. And then after that, I had them just sit here doing nothing because I'd figure out what to do with them at that point. But I'm shift queuing all these commands, by the way. I have it, like, I right-click on this one, then I hold down shift, and I right-click on this one, and continue holding shift and right-click on this one, and they'll capture them in order. So it's nice and simple to do that. This is interesting. I didn't even know my opponent did this to me. I never saw these snipers at this point in the game, but apparently my opponent had gone with a sniper-first strategy. That is very interesting. And then his second unit is the very obvious scout car, because if you're going to build Tier 1 as the Russians, which is Special Rifle Command, and you're going to get a sniper, you're definitely going to get a scout car to protect that sniper. Everybody knows that strategy is the Russians in this game. You're obviously going to do that because Tier 1 takes quite a lot of your very early game strength out of the game because all you have are engineers and you don't have much in terms of a fighting capability, but it gives you a very strong moment in time at this point in the game when you have your scout car and your sniper. So it's a very obvious way to go. Now here we have an engagement which I was winning before the sniper showed up, and am I going to survive this? In all likelihood, no, but let's find out together, because even though I played this game literally a couple of hours ago, I do not remember if I survived this. Am I going to retreat successfully? That'd be amazing. Is he going to get stuck in the deep snow? He kind of is. And he's pathing around the fireplace very weirdly, but I did make it! Oh my god, that quad survived. I was very surprised. So in the midst of all that, when I saw his sniper half-track combo, not half-track, scout car combo, I decided to come over here and cut him off from everything on the left side, because I figured he doesn't have much of a fighting force. I can come over here safely and decap this point, and then I can come over here, lure his sniper over here. I am taking manpower damage as a result of this luring, which is not very good, but hopefully I can Panzerfaust this thing. Come on, yes, get close. Panzerfaust it! You're getting your Panzerfaust out? No, he died. So that's not good. I lost my one and only fighting unit that I have. I have an MG42 as my second unit out of Tier 1, but that is not good enough. That's not going to win against a scout car in any way, shape, or form. I also have a mortar, which came out before I saw the scout car and sniper combo. Otherwise, I would not have built a mortar at all, because the mortar is completely useless. More useless than the MG is against a sniper scout car combo. So I basically have nothing that I can do against the scout car combo, and this is quite a bad situation for me to be in. He's also taking this point, and thus I'm cut off from basically every resource point on this map, except for this one and this one. So those are the only two connected to my base at this point. He is fully capping this one. It's not going well for me. Luckily, my mortar is able to shell him over here, which is good, but it's not going to do very much. Yeah, you need to retreat there, buddy. Because I have flamethrowers on here. So as I was saying, this is not a good position for me to be in, and as soon as I saw that scout car sniper combo, I said, nope, not building any more Tier 1 units. I'm going straight to Tier 2 so I can get a scout car and upgrade it. And that is exactly what I've done. I have built a scout car. I've set it. It came in over at this spot, so I just told it to stop over here where it's out of view range from the opponent's scout car. And I have given it the 2cm, I guess that's 20 millimeters cannon. So it can take care of the scout car. And then I find conscripts over here, and I was just like, okay, I did not expect that. I expected a scout car over here. And he throws an AT grenade, and it takes off more than half the health from the scout car. So this is not going well for me at all at this point in the game. So you can imagine how frustrated I was getting at this point in the game. I am capturing this point back, which means I'm getting resources from the right side of the map once again, but it's not going to make me happy considering my opponent is basically winning by a lot in manpower. So now my opponent's bringing in another conscript squad, and I had my pioneers here to repair the scout car. It loses its damage, it loses its gun, which was very lucky, but then his scout car comes in from behind and kills my scout car. So this is not going well for me. I have nothing to deal with his scout car sniper combo. He's able to just shoot at me, and I have lost a grenadier squad and a scout car. He has lost no squads. He's only lost individual men, which is 50% cheaper because the average reinforced cost, if you had to reinforce all the men in a squad, is 50%. So he is definitely winning on the manpower front. He's also winning on the map control front, which is going terribly for me. As you can see, I have very little map control. He was even taking this point over here, but he stopped with this engineer squad because he wants to go decap my fuel and make sure I can't tech up and take care of his scout car. But little does he know, I am bringing out another scout car. And I'm once again going to upgrade it because I have the munitions to do it. I barely have the munitions to do it. I have 80 and it costs 70. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to upgrade it again. There we go, I upgraded it. And he now has to deal with this scout car. So I have a second scout car out now. This house just collapsed because of my mortar. So my mortar, despite being totally useless against my opponent's main strategy in the early game here, which is the scout car sniper combo, is actually doing a good amount of damage. It's destroyed a building, it's damaged the scout car, which made the scout car scared, rather my opponent scared to use the scout car, and it has done some damage to this conscript squad, which is going to get out of here just fine, it looks like. That mortar is freezing, and that's a 120 mil mortar. It is the overpowered mortar that the Russians get. So I was like, oh my god, you're really going to just use all the overpowered stuff in this game and you're going to win against me this way? This is not nice. But it's what he intends to do this game, so be it. So as you can see, my scout car successfully took care of his scout car. He did take out his sniper before the scout car went down, which is very smart because apparently they have made it so that any single man in a scout car, when the scout car dies, has a 50% chance of dying himself. So the likelihood of losing this whole sniper squad, which is 2 men, is 25%. There's a 1 in 4 chance that he'll lose the whole entire squad when the scout car dies. So always take out your snipers when your scout car is dying. And here is, I'm doing a very good job of kiting against my opponent's conscripts. He has AT nades, as we know, because we've seen him used against my previous scout car. And so I was successfully kiting him, and he had to retreat, and I did not. Well, I guess I did retreat. I retreated back into my base, but I didn't have to, like, get out of the way, run away like he did. He is freezing again. He seems to be having problems with freezing, just like I do every once in a while. Oh, that mortar is freezing. It's already lost 4 men to freezing? Oh my gosh. Come on, kill the whole thing. Die off, mortar. That'd be so nice. Sadly, it's not going to happen, I don't think. Or is it? They're still freezing. They're moving, but they're... Aw, now they're getting warmed. Okay, they survived. I won the engagement here in no time. He retreated as soon as he saw the squad, which is smart, because I'd be guaranteed to win that battle. Grenadiers versus Engineers. And so this is going kind of well for me now. His mortar has 2 men. That's not going well for him, but it is a 120 mil mortar, and it's going to be shelling my MG here pretty soon, and yeah, I just had to retreat there. I knew it was going to start shelling if it hadn't already been shelling, and that's why I'm down to 2 men. I don't know, but good retreat on my part. So, my opponent does have guards rifles out, which were to help him take care of my scout cars, because, like, the weakness in the scout car sniper strategy that he's doing is me going for a fast scout car, and that is exactly what I've done, and he's dealt with it by getting guards rifles. And he's also dealt with it by going for AT grenades, but actually those were pretty effective as well. I was going to say those weren't very effective, but they actually were. They killed a scout car with it. So those were effective and cost efficient, for sure. I had to retreat over here. As you can see, I actually captured all this territory over on the left side while all the fighting was going on in the middle and the right side. So my opponent is not getting fuel from this point, which is quite surprising considering it's actually his fuel point on this side of the map. Just like this one is mine. But I have both of them, so he's actually down on fuel compared to what I am at in terms of income right now. So this is going well for me. I managed to turn it around despite the fact that my opponent had a scout car sniper strategy, and he used it very effectively in the early game. I literally had 0 counters to it. So, yeah, I've managed to at least balance the playing field in terms of map control. Now, he is taking this point back, this fuel point, as well as this fuel point, and so you can tell he wants fuel and he doesn't want me to have fuel, which is smart, because if I have fuel, I'll be able to tech. If he doesn't have fuel, he won't be able to tech. And if I am able to tech and he is not, I will most likely win. Low-tech units can still win against high-tech units, but it's a lot harder. Is there a ladder on this roof? How did I never notice there was a ladder on this roof? I don't notice these things when I'm playing. I'm so busy thinking about what to do. What should I do? Should I retreat? What should I build? All that kind of stuff when I'm playing. As I'm doing this commentary, I can just relax and see ladders on multiple buildings. There's another ladder on this building. Probably because it's the same building. Of course it's the same building. It's going to have or of course there's a ladder on it if it's the same building. So, we have an engagement over here. Guards Rifles versus Grenadiers. Grenadiers will always win this engagement. Guards Rifles are not very good against infantry. Even if they have the DP light machine gun upgrade, Oh, that was a nice mortar shot by my mortar. We gave him vet 2. 10 kills already. Wow, that was a nice mortar. How many guys did that even kill? Was it 5 guys? Wow. That did some damage, not very much though. The grenades are hit or miss, just like rifle grenades and grenadiers sometimes do a lot of damage, sometimes they do practically nothing. In this case, that was practically nothing. But that was an amazing mortar hit. Wow. So I now noticed that the fighting is going on over here. I think I actually realized it the whole time. I was busy doing other things though, and I didn't want to try and save my pack over here. But I managed to save it. As you can see, running away, and the scout car is going to take an AT grenade, but it's not a big deal if I can kill this whole squad. Even if I can't kill the whole squad, I have killed 5 men, and there goes the squad, so perfect. That is 240 manpower lost for my opponent, just to kill 1 guy in this pack crew, and throw an AT grenade on a scout car. I'm not quite sure that was worth it for him. But, anyways, my opponent has brought his sniper back out onto the field. He knows it's not smart to stay there for very long. There's a mortar. The mortar can instantly kill both of these guys in 1 hit because they have very little health. They have a very... There's a specific fraction of the health that they have of a normal unit. I don't know what it is, though. Somebody tell me in the comments what it is. I've heard it. If nobody knows, then nobody knows. It's fine. Just know that they're very, very weak units. And so a single mortar hit can easily kill these guys. So he was smart to retreat them. And these guys will live to fight another day. They have 1 kill? No way. You guys saw how many kills they got on my stuff when I was being pushed back into my base here. How do they have 1 kill? Is that a different squad? No way. How do they have 1 kill? Yeah, he only has 1 sniper squad, and it's actually retreating right now because my grenadiers managed to kill 1 of the guys because they're so weak. 1 kill, really? Wow. Okay. So anyways, at this point in the game, my opponent has an Su-85. This is actually very early for an Su-85, I thought. I mean, it is 15 minutes into the game, so it's definitely a possibility for him to get the Su-85, especially considering he had both field points at one point in time. But that seems like a very early Su-85 to me. But it is out, and it's going to be totally useless, because look at the armor I have. Su-85 suck against infantry. They're only good against vehicles, and look at the vehicles I have. I have a scout car, and I have a half-track, which is for field reinforcing. That's the only reason I ever buy them, really. So, his Su-85 is a bit overkill. A T-34 would have done the same job a little bit better, because it has a turret, and it has speed to chase these things down. But he wanted an Su-85 because apparently he heard they are overpowered, and some people would say they are overpowered. I don't know if I agree with that. I know a lot of people do, but I don't yet. But anyways, he's heard they're overpowered, or he really likes them or something. So he's decided to buy himself an Su-85 by going all the way to Tier 4. This building right here. Mechanized Armor Compania. So he's stuck to Tier 4. He's bought the most expensive tank in that building, I believe. So he's spent quite a lot on that Su-85, but it's not going to be of much use to him because I have 2 light vehicles. So he's kind of wasted that manpower and fuel, and this gives me an advantage because my manpower and fuel has been spent intelligently and according to the game that is going on, not according to what's overpowered. And as a result, my army, while it might be about the same size as his army, my army is still a better army against his than his is against mine. So now we can see a classic Soviet strategy. So this is why my opponent wanted the Su-85 apparently. Sniper plus Su-85, if you get enough of both of those, it'll just own any German player. They can't do anything about it. That's a Flammenwerfer from my Pioneer squad. I've lost a Pioneer squad, and I've lost a mortar. The guy's just running away. Where was the mortar anyway? Why is he running over here? You're running over to the enemy base, dude, when you died all the way... Where'd you die? Over here. Is the enemy base really the closest exit off the map? Okay. Not like it really matters, because he's dead anyways. He's running off the map, but okay. So my mortar is dead. I have also lost a Pioneer squad, and this is troublesome for me. A sniper plus an Su-85 is very troublesome. However, an Su-85 is not too good against a a pack, and his Su-85 is also not shooting at my scout car for whatever reason. Now it's going to. And now I'm going to back up my scout car. But I'm trying to kill the snipers with my scout car, and I've done quite a bit of damage, but no men were killed so far. So his Su-85 is able to shoot at my scout car. That's what it's called. My mind went blank there for a second. And so I have to back off, but he also backs off because of my pack shooting at his Su-85. And you may have seen a flare over here somewhere on the screen. He used those so effectively this game. It was crazy. It annoyed the heck out of me. Like, those things just were so annoying this game. So, yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of those flares this game, those sniper flares. His snipers can like shoot a flare up into the sky and it gives them visibility in a given area. He used it so effectively this game. It's the first time I've ever seen him used effectively though, so props to him for that. Grenadier's suffering cold. It is this squad like I thought. Yeah, let's bring him over to the fireplace. What is this even called? Fire pit. Okay. I should have known that, but oh well. It doesn't really matter what it's called. So I'm capturing this point over here on the left. All the fighting's going on in the middle here, and that's where the sniper Su-85 combo was, plus a mortar, times 2. He has two 120mm mortars. Those things are overpowered, and he has 2 of them. But that is 720 manpower gone, so that's 720 manpower of a non-fighting force he has. He doesn't have conscripts, he doesn't have guards, he doesn't have shock troops, he doesn't have more Su-85s, doesn't have T-34s, it doesn't have much of a fighting force, like direct combat. I can just charge up here, kill his mortars, and be done with them. Of course, he can recrew them if I don't take them, but that is a possibility, and so that's exactly what I do here. I'm being smart. His Su-85 goes out of control because of my pack. His mortars both retreat in different directions. This squad is freezing, and I end up retreating them because my opponent had a sniper here who killed one of the men, I believe. I don't know, but he had a sniper there, so I ended up retreating, and I'm able over here on the left side, while all that fighting was going on in the middle, to capture this point and cut him off from all of this point. It doesn't I own all the territory behind it, so it doesn't actually cut him off from anything except this point that I'm capturing. Over here, I have laid mines. You can see mines all over the place here, because it's that special minefield that the Germans get, and that guy has the weirdest death pose I've ever seen in this game, and he's disappeared. I've never actually seen that death pose in the game. But as I was saying, I laid a ton of mines because I know he wants the fuel, and so I figured, I might as well mine it, make him suffer the manpower, or spend the munitions on a minesweeper to take care of getting that fuel, or in order to get that fuel. So I think it was worth laying the mines. They actually did quite a bit of manpower damage. My opponent never bought a minesweeper, despite how useful they are. In fact, I've never built a minesweeper in this game. Wow. I just realized that. I'm praising minesweepers even though I've never used them myself. Actually, no, I have. I used them once on an S minefield, and that was totally worth it. In fact, I did it on video. I can't believe I forgot that. Anyways, so as you can see, I've actually built tier 3 at this point, and I'm building a Panzer IV, and in one of the updates, apparently T-34s were improved and can now beat Panzer IVs one-on-one. They used to not be able to beat Panzer IVs one-on-one, it used to be the other way around. But apparently Panzer IVs are now weaker than T-34s because T-34s were buffed. So, Panzer IV, I'm building a Panzer IV, in fact it is out now, and I have 2 Panzer IVs, actually. Wow, I missed it. I missed my first one, but I have built 2 Panzer IVs, and my goal with these Panzer IVs is, even though my opponent's building Su-85s, which have huge range and huge sight range, I figured I could flank the Su-85s with my 2 Panzer IVs and win against his Su-85s that way and demoralize him against building more Su-85s, but sadly, as you can see, I sent one Panzer IV, into his area, his territory, and he managed to take it out because I did not use it correctly. I really should not have backed up like that. What I really should have done was flank around the Su-85, circle it, and kill it that way. But what I was afraid of was conscripts who would damage my engine with an AT grenade, and then I'd be a sitting duck for this Su-85 to kill. However, in the end, my Panzer IV died anyways, so I didn't quite do the correct option. Another flare! We'll see more of these. We'll see tons of them. I've never actually used flares myself. Let's go over to his view and see how much they cost. Flares, they cost 60 munitions. Wow, he spammed the heck out of them for them costing that much. I thought they were like 10 munitions or something. You can see how much I know about this game and the features I don't ever use. I never use flares, so I knew nothing about them. But there we go, it expired. But he was able to see all of this for quite a while, which was actually nothing, because I moved all my forces back. But he used the heck out of those flares. He used them very effectively. Over here on the left side, you can see my opponent has tried to go capture this point, which he is doing successfully, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. You can see all these exploded mines, and now I'm sending a Panzer IV over here. I hope you're having fun capturing this point, because it's not going to last very long. My Panzer IV over here shooting at you, and oh, you're going to try and AT grenade me? I'm going to back up. I'm going to be smart and back up, so you cannot AT grenade me because you are out of range, but I am in range. So, ha, take that. And these conscript squad, the whole conscript squad is about to die here, if I remember correctly. There it goes. And now we have an issue over here on the right side of the map. We have to deal with stuff. My opponent is mortaring me, and wow, he's done quite a bit of damage to that half-track. Be it with the mortar or this guards rifle squad, I don't know, but he's done a lot of damage. So I had to back up my half-track. I'm sending my Panzer IV in because I'm not scared of an Su-85. I know there's an Su-85 somewhere here, but I'm not scared of it. If it gets a few hits on my Panzer IV, I'll be fine. I'd be worried if he chased me, but I'm not too worried about him chasing me because I have a pack, and I have a Grenadier squad which can Panzerfaust him, and he doesn't know what else I have back here. Now apparently I have another Panzer IV. Where is this one? On the left side. Right, I knew that. It killed the conscript squad over here. I somehow forgot it. But I have a Panzer IV on the on the left side over here, and the reason I have him over here is because I want to flank the Su-85. Like, Su-85, hey, turn over here, make your front armor face this Panzer IV, and then I'm going to come in here with my pack and my Panzer IV and shoot at the side of this Su-85 and kill it. That was the plan. But then I find guards rifles over here, and I have lost so many Panzer IVs to guards rifles that even though they're not doing too much damage to my Panzer IV, I was not about to risk it with an Su-85 coming after my Panzer IV as well. And as a result, I'm backing up my Panzer IV. The Su-85 is coming. I know it's coming, and so I have a Panzer Grenadier squad over here, but they get mortared. With one lucky hit, it kills 2 guys. I don't know like how he got so lucky. Maybe he saw the squad. I don't know, but it hit the squad, killed 2 guys, and so my Panzer IV is left to back up on its own with no support from Panzerschrecks. Luckily for me, though, my opponent's Su-85 did not give chase on the Panzer IV. So in the middle, I have taken the time advantage I've given myself by attacking on the left side and making my opponent focus his forces on the left side here to capture the middle and go. I will be capturing this later if I have time and he doesn't attack me, but I've taken the time to capture the middle. And so I have the middle VP, and as a result, I will be counting down my opponent's VPs, which are sitting at 165 right now versus my 441. And these guys just died because they had a flamethrower and they are burning to death. That was a very lucky shot by my opponent's mortar, but to compensate for that, I got a lucky shot on his guards rifles over here, somewhere around this area earlier in the game. So I guess it's about balanced for the mortars there. The mortars there. So I have another pack. No, it's the same pack. Never mind. It's Vet 2, obviously. Vet 2, wow. For one vehicle, they get Vet 2. They must have been shot at quite a bit, and I know that they were, because I know that a lot of infantry has attacked them, as well as an Su-85. So they are already Vet 2. What does Vet 2 give them? Increased weapon damage. That is very useful to have. I do not want to lose that pack, because if I do lose it, I'm down to less weapon damage. And less weapon damage means that the Su-85, which is over here, if he charges up the middle and gets shot at by my pack, without Vet 2, my pack will just do less damage, and thus the Su-85 can stay here and shoot at my Panzer IVs longer, and that would not be good for me. So as you can see, I have 2 Panzer IVs, one right here and one over here that was getting repaired, and I'm building another one, as you can see right here. I'm building a 3rd Panzer IV. At this point in the game, I figured I kind of had this in the bag, despite the fact that my opponent was using Su-85s and snipers. and the fact that I only have half the map, I figured I was going to win this game at this point. So I figured I'd spam Panzer IVs and just have a little bit of fun with doing that, because it's always fun to spam a single unit and just own your opponent that way. But sadly, it's not going to work out for me. So we'll have to see what happens there. I'm just going to say it doesn't work out for me. You might have noticed the sniper was capturing here, by the way. I could not see it in the blizzard. I have such little line of sight in the blizzard. I don't know. There's no really good place to show it to you, but in a blizzard you have very little line of sight, if you didn't already know that. And so I didn't actually see the sniper, and as a result he was able to decap the VP, but now I'm capturing it back. Now my opponent just mortared my mortar to death, so that is not good. My half-track, however, I did decide to upgrade with a Flammenwerfer, and it instantly kills that thing. The Flammenwerfer didn't do it, but something killed it, because as you can see my Flammenwerfer has 0 kills. But something killed that MG so quickly, that was pretty crazy. I laughed at that when I was playing the game. So over here we have an engagement between Grenadiers and Guards Rifles. And Guards Rifles, like I said earlier in this game, suck against infantry, so I figured I could win this, but it turns out I actually couldn't because of my opponent's mortars and the fact that my mortar is dead and not shelling his Guards Rifles infantry squad. So my Grenadier squad retreats, and I send in a Panzer Grenadier squad with their STG or MP44s, which are awesome at close range. And the Guards Rifles absolutely suck at close range, so this is like perfect for me. Me versus him, I am guaranteed to win this. Is he going to retreat, or is he going to lose the squad? Turns out he retreats, but is he going to lose the squad anyways? No, they get out there alive. Good for him. He has a sniper over here, so that is not good for me. I go behind the bush over here, but he's still shelling me with mortars, which is very annoying. What is he doing with his sniper? Oh, that was ouch. That was ouch. I do good English. Yeah, that was really close to friendly fire over there with this mortar shelling his snipers, or really shelling my Panzer Grenadier squad and possibly shelling his snipers. Luckily for him, though, it didn't kill his snipers or even damage them at all, and he actually killed my entire Panzer Grenadier squad. So that sucked. That was actually pretty bad. Did I cancel that third Panzer IV? I believe I did. I know I canceled one at some point in the game, and I'm missing one right now. I only have 2. That third one that was building does not appear to have come out. So it turns out I canceled it and built something else instead. I do not remember what I built, though. I built a sniper. Maybe that's what I built. I don't remember, though. But I have a sniper of my own out on the field now. And the reason for that was I figured your sniper is being really good against my infantry. I want to snipe your infantry as well. I want to make you leery of attacking me. I want to... If I can keep them from attacking me, I can keep the VPs, and as a result, I'll win the game simply by VPs, which would be very nice to do, especially because I'd win early, which is when I play best in the game. So it'd be nice to do, and I also just like want to scare the guy, like, hey, I have a sniper of my own now, you're gonna have to deal with it. And so that would be a good thing to do. But as you can see, oh, Stuka on something. I don't know what that even was. What is that? That must have been a full Guards Rifle squad plus another one. Or an MG and something, I don't know. But that was a whole squad lost by my opponent plus a lot of the squad. So that was a nice Stuka bombing barrage. Or what is it? Bombing strike. So as you can see, even though I have my sniper out, my opponent has actually done the opposite of what I wanted, and he is attacking me. So he has 2 Su-85s, and I figure I can circle him this time. Rather than backing up like I did earlier, I can circle him. I can be smart. And I'm going to do just that. While one Panzer IV circles and shoots, the other one just shoots. And now this Panzer IV is abandoned. This one is abandoned, which means that I can recruit it with a squad of some kind. And then this one is alive with 1 hit from an Su-85, and this Su-85 is very weak. I actually didn't know that at the time of playing this game. I thought it was still a strong Su-85 full health, but it turns out I was wrong, and so I really could have charged up with this Panzer IV and won against this Su-85, but I didn't want to risk it. Now there's a Stuka bombing strike coming in right here. It totally misses. Yeah. He had this Guards Rifle squad plus this pack over here, and I sent it in when I saw them both on the screen because I had line of sight because I owned this point. But it missed both of them. At least it prevented him from capturing the point, though. So now this Panzer IV, I actually did recruit it with some squad, I believe a Grenadier squad, and Then I sent my Grenadier squad back to reinforce, and the Panzer IV died because my opponent had line of sight on it, and he killed it using, I guess, the Su-85. Because the Su-85 has such a long range and a long range, sight range as well. So I have lost the Panzer IV despite it being abandoned. It's basically dead now. I have dropped a Panzerschreck. I didn't even know I did that when I played this game. I missed so many things, apparently. Ooh, floating debris for no reason. But yeah, I have apparently dropped a Panzerschreck. That is not good at all. If he has a Panzerschreck, which is mobile AT, basically, my Panzer IV and my scout car are going to be more useless than they already are, and that has just happened because he just picked up the Panzerschreck. So this is not good. I knew we had a Panzerschreck squad when I was playing. I saw the Panzerschreck squad multiple times, but I never realized that this is when I dropped the Panzerschreck. I am learning about my own game. So as you can see, let's go look at the tactical map. My opponent has a huge force in the middle here, plus a little bit on the right side here. I have a huge, not as huge, but still a pretty decent force in the middle over here. And I'm going on the left side to capture some points down the same line I did earlier in the game, at the very beginning of the game, actually. So, in this case, my opponent has a bigger force than I do, and he's going to push me back because he's going to use his force correctly. Is there a flare? No, it's just the glare from the repairing going on. They are apparently shelling this Grenadier squad. How wonderful. And this squad is capturing this fuel point, which means he'll have both of them in a very short amount of time. He'll have this one and this one on the far left. So this is not going well for me. Like I said, my opponent has a much bigger force than I do. He also has the middle VP, and he's using a flare. Man, he used those effectively this game. Look at that! He knows where to shell with his two mortars. His two 120mm mortars, which have a huge range, one of which is Vet 3. Wow, with 20 kills. He can use the mortars to shell at such long range because of the flare. He can see where to shell. He used them so effectively to just kill my manpower, kill all my units. Just wow. But as I was saying, I have very little compared to him in terms of manpower or in terms of units, and as a result, he's going to push me back here, and this is not going well for me, like I already said. Bought another half-track. The first one died, but I bought another one because I need field reinforcing on this pack. It actually goes a little bit too far forward because I set the waypoint too far forward, but I quickly realize it, I save it, it doesn't go all the way into enemy territory or anything like that, and it's going to go reinforce the pack. Over here, I lost the engagement with my Vet 2 Grenadiers versus a sniper and a conscript squad. It's so hard to win against snipers. Snipers are good. My opponent has two snipers, by the way. He has this squad, and he has this squad. So he has two squads. This one has 11 kills. This one has 25 kills. Okay, so combined, that is 36 kills between his two snipers. Averages out to 18 each. As if averages matter. This was amazing. I couldn't see the squad in the blizzard. This squad saw the squad. If I turn off Fog of War, no, it doesn't do anything. But I could not see that squad walking right in between all my units. That was amazing. I was just like, really? I thought this was safe. Even though I couldn't see it, I would expect to be able to see a squad walking as the men spread themselves out as they walk. But apparently I couldn't. So that was really surprising to me. I mean, I'm sure you guys even thought I should have been able to see it and I should have been shooting at him, but I couldn't see him. So, yeah, that was pretty funny. Now, I'm capturing the middle VP, as you can see, with a Panzer Grenadier squad. They are actually not capturing it anymore. They are outside the cap circle, and this is something I didn't realize until now when I brought it back in, but then I was just like, you know, there's so much shooting at this squad, I should just retreat. I don't want to lose a Vet 2 squad, especially one with the Panzerschreck. So I am not going to risk having them in the middle here. I can afford to lose some VPs. I have 361 remaining. That is a decent number to have. Wow, the Panzer IV took 2 hits right there. So one from an Su-85 and one from a stolen pack that I tried to kill using a Stuka bombing strike but failed because he moved. It's another flare from my opponent. What do you know? What do you expect? I'm camping over here and he flares so he can see what is over here. So he can clearly see me trying to repair this Panzer IV If he wanted to, he could actually charge with his Su-85 and kill the Panzer IV. This squad is not going to kill the Su-85. They do not have Panzer Shreks or any other ability that can even damage the Su-85, except maybe grenades. I don't know if grenades can damage tanks like they can in all the Battlefield games and such, which are totally unrelated to this, but I don't know if tanks can be damaged by grenades. That'd be something to test. Unless somebody knows, tell me in the comments. So, yeah, he could have charged me, but he didn't, luckily. I'm trying to kill this mortar. That would be so nice to kill it. It's only vet 1, but it'd still be nice to kill it, or decrew it anyways. But it gets away, so I go for this mortar next, and we're going to see how this goes. These guys are freezing, but luckily they're in cover now. So can they kill this squad? I decided to throw a grenade on it, and then go after this thing, but then I'm down to 1 man, and sadly the grenade kills one too few guys. I think there were 5 guys in the squad when I came up here. Now they're down to 2, so it killed 3 guys, and it severely damaged the last 2 guys, but it didn't kill one of them. That would have been so nice. Get rid of the Vet 3, because this thing at Vet 3 is so good. That's increases weapon damage of Vet 2, and increases barrage ability range, and the squad is more durable at Vet 3. It is so good at Vet 3, especially with the increased range. Dang, that mortar is so strong. That mortar is so overpowered. It really is. But anyways, I ended up retreating. My opponent shelled the death out of me, and he sniped the death out of me. 15 kills on that squad, 29 on this squad, and they're still only Vet 2. How does that work? 29 kills, I would have expected Vet 3 by now, but I guess not. It's a bit weird. Anyways, I have been pushed back into my base, and this is not going well for me. I have a Panzer IV, which is not going to win against an Su-85, plus a pack, plus a Panzer Shrek, plus guards rifles, plus a conscript squad with AT grenades, plus a Katyusha, which we have yet to see so far in this game. So I'm in a very bad position right now. And I charged forward with my armored car that is Vet 2, and the reason I did this is I figured he wouldn't see this armored car. As you can see, he was driving over here, and I thought the armored car was going to go around on this side of the map, but instead he goes straight through, and my opponent notices him with a conscript squad with a Panzer Shrek, so that scout car died very, very quickly. The goal with the scout car, by the way, was to try and kill some infantry over here and then run away off to the right side of the map, but sadly that didn't work out, as you can see. So here we have an onslaught by me. This is one of my pushes in this game, and I'm trying so hard to decrew this pack. I don't know why it took so much to kill the pack, but I tried so hard. Luckily he stopped for me. He was so nice, he stopped for me and let me decrew him. My opponent felt bad for me. Although I'm sure it's really just a misclick. We can say he felt bad for me. So that was a decent push. So that was the first push I've done this game since my opponent has pushed me back so far. This sniper is at so low health, I wanted to chase it so badly. I really wanted to chase it so badly, but I knew I'd die because of this space MG. It wouldn't have been worth the trouble. So I went over here, turns out there was an Su-85, and I was getting mortared. So I just retreated all 3 of my squads, and the squad over here that I retreated earlier is reinforcing. Then we have this squad. I don't know if he's brand new or what, but he is here. So I managed to do a decent push there against my opponent. He's now going to Katyusha my base, but luckily for me, he doesn't know where the HQ is. That was so lucky. He thought the HQ was somewhere in this area, but it's actually somewhere in this area, right here. This building right here is the HQ. So he was a bit off, but luckily for me, he didn't actually know where the HQ was, and so he didn't actually kill any of these squads. I just killed a conscript squad there, I believe. Yeah, they look like conscripts. So now it's time for another slight push. I'm pushing with a single Panzer Grenadier squad, trying to kill this one conscript squad. Am I gonna kill it? That would be amazing. I have a pack here. It'd be nice if it would have killed the Katyusha, but it didn't. Instead, it got decrewed, and the last guy is running away because the guy cannot operate it on his own, and he's freaking out. He's just running away, holding his forehead every once in a while, or rather his hat every once in a while, his helmet, whatever that thing is. And so I have lost my pack. That is the second pack I've lost this game, I believe, and it is within reach for my opponent to recrew it, but luckily for me, at least right now, my opponent's, the only infantry he has is a guards rifle squad, another guards rifle squad, a two-man conscript squad, which we can ignore, and that is all. So not two conscript squads, two guards rifle squads that he can recrew the pack with. But he's not going to waste the guards rifles on it. It's not worth it to him. Now, as you can see, my opponent has once again used a flare, and he's using a Katyusha to barrage me with the flare for visibility. But this is once again one of my pushes, so I'm basically just taking all my infantry that is good at close range, so like flamethrower pioneers and what are those things called? Panzer Grenadiers. So those things, taking them, they're all good at close range, taking them, just charging my opponent. Because he has invested so much in artillery, I figured I could just charge him and all would be good. Now here I'm trying to kill the Su-85. I didn't care that my Panzer IV was being shot at, I didn't really need it. Ow, that hurt my opponent. Wow, that was a nice Stuka bombing strike. That was amazing. So, anyways, going back to what I was saying earlier, I didn't care that the Panzer IV was being killed. I really wanted to kill the Su-85. I had a Panzerschreck squad here. They're retreating right now, as you can see. And I also had a Pioneer squad with PTRS anti-tank rifles, if not, at least one, if not two. It looks like they might have two in their hands. So, with those combined, I was hoping to kill the Su-85, but sadly it didn't happen, it just got damaged. But even though I lost my Panzer IV, and I lost some men, and he didn't really lose much with the rush, or the push, I did kill a lot with the Stuka bombing strike, and that easily made up for the losses I encountered there. And also I pushed my opponent back into his base temporarily. So, what I'm trying to do with these pushes, and the reason I decided to do pushes, actually I already explained the reason. It was because my opponent invested so much in artillery, mortars, Katyushas. Su-85s are not artillery, but they're not anti-infantry at all, so I figured infantry would be a good thing to push with, or rush with. So, that's the reason I decided to do the pushes. What was the other thing I wanted to mention? Gosh, I can't remember now. Mention why I'm doing the pushes. My goal with the pushes was to just capture this middle VP, keep the right VP as well, and just win by VPs, because my opponent has 90 VPs left. Worst case, if it didn't work out for me, for whatever reason, I do have 250 VPs remaining, and I would be able to at least recoup any losses that I sustained in all these pushes. So now we have another push, and in this push, my opponent has actually decided to go cap the rightmost VP, which was perfect timing by him, in his advantage for capturing the point without me attacking him, but disadvantageous to him, disadvantageous to him as well, because I am able to easily single out his squads and just go at him and kill him. Now he is Katyusha-ing me, Katyusha barraging me, and it is working. He's doing a lot of damage, but he's not doing too much damage, which is very good for me. His Katyushas are not too strong, just like the Panzer IV is not too strong. They're really good in Men of War, but not so much in Company of Heroes 2. So, I didn't care that I was being barraged, and I just walked right through it, because once he sets on the barrage, it's only going in that area, and once I start pushing in this game, or at least this particular match, once I started pushing, I just wanted to continue the push my opponent all the way back to his base once again. Even if it was only for a temporary amount of time, if we kept going back and forth over the middle VP, that'd be fine with me, because I have 200 VPs remaining, 206, and he has 90. If we go back and forth equal amounts of time, I will win simply because I have more VPs for him to count down compared to how many VPs he has for me to count down. And so I just wanted to take the middle VP, but as you can see, that's not going to happen. The Katyusha barrage was annihilating this squad, and I don't want to risk losing the whole squad because it's so much cheaper to reinforce, and I am very tight on manpower right now. That would have been a terrible loss if I lost this squad to a sniper. So glad I retreated them. So glad I noticed they were being sniped. Wow, these guys have very little health, but all 4 men. As a result, I end up retreating them because I want to heal them up, and I don't know. Yeah, I do have a healing building. It was a different game where I built the healing building really, really late. Not this game. So, wow. So much has been going on. Now my jaw hurts. So my opponent still has his SU-85. It's fully repaired. He still has his Katyusha, which has 11 kills, so it's doing decently. Not great, but it's doing decently. He's definitely annihilating a lot of my forces. But all of my forces are able to attack his army better than his army can attack my forces. And so this is going to go well. These guys that I have here, they're all good at close range. Flamethrower Pioneers, PTRS Pioneers, and then Panzer Grenadiers. One squad with double Panzer Treks, or a single Panzer Trek because I lost one of them. And then a Grenadier squad which is not good at close range, so I send it alone over here to take care of the snipers that were capturing this rightmost victory point. But all these squads were all good at close range. Excuse me. These squads are all good at close range, and as a result, I just charge in with them, charge straight up to my opponent's infantry, and just sit there and kill them off. That was the goal with these pushes. Like the goal was to kill his infantry and then capture the VPs. I mean, the overall goal with the pushes was to capture the middle VP, but I do that by killing his infantry. So this squad needs to retreat. They're down to one man, and there's snipers here. There we go. Retreated them. If you're down to one man, always retreat the individual squad, not the whole force. That'd be a stupid idea to retreat the whole force. Bundle grenade kills a whole bunch of guards, rifles, infantry. Single individual men. Doing quite well there. I singled off these two squads and dealt a huge blow to them. This sniper squad is Vet 3 and retreating on low health. And now I'm able to go capture these points semi-peacefully. I'm still getting mortared by this squad, this mortar squad. And there's a sniper here, which is why I didn't want to attack the mortar. I figured he'd have something protecting it. So I just decided to go capture the middle victory point instead of going and trying to decrew the mortar. Now this squad, they got sniped down to one man. I was hoping to capture the VP, but it didn't happen. Over here, my opponent barraged me with the Katyusha, but it didn't actually do very much. It just made my men move around a whole bunch. And so I was able to continue decapping this point, and capping the point, I guess. And I'm trying to capture this whole point, but I figured the snipers are coming to me. I saw them coming to me. And so I figured I'd just retreat rather than take the manpower loss, because I am tight on manpower right now. I want as many Panzer Grenadier squads as I can get. I just want to spam Panzer Grenadiers right now. For every single push I do, I want as many Panzer Grenadier squads as I can get. That is the goal. And that's what I'm trying to do. And Panzer Grenadier squads are expensive, 360 manpower each. So I'm once again going to do another push here. It's 3 Panzer Grenadier squads plus a Pioneer squad. And this Pioneer squad, I believe, is going to do something else. Yeah, they're going to go capture points on the left side, I believe. I believe so. Not too sure what I decided to do with them, but it wasn't going to go and rush in the middle here. Now you might notice that I said I was trying to kill all my opponent's infantry, and yet I have a PTRS squad or a Pioneer squad with PTRSs, and a Panzer Grenadier squad with a Panzer Shrek. And you might be thinking that's counterproductive because a Panzer Shrek and a PTRS are not that great against infantry, and you would be completely right. However, my opponent does have armor, and my goal is not to kill his armor. I don't think I can do that with 2 PTRSs and a single Panzer Shrek. My goal is to make my opponent scared to use his armor, because he sees these anti-tank weapons, he sees this Vet 3, he might be scared to use his armor against me, and so that is the goal with having the Panzer Shrek and the PTRSs, in addition to obviously the single men who have STG-44s. Bundle grenade does absolutely nothing except kill one guy. Oh well. So I did kill one sniper squad. There's one of the 2 men. You can see him lying there with his Mosin Nagant, however that's pronounced in Russian. Just laying there, wishing it was being used. So that was actually... No, that wasn't the Vet 3 one. This is the Vet 3 squad. With 36 kills. Ooh, how did he lose a man? I guess a PTRS rifle nailed him or something. I don't know what that was. But he lost a man, so that's good. Oh, he has two. Did he have three sniper squads at some point? He might have had three squads. Wow. So two of them are Vet 3. The two that are alive are the Vet 3 ones. How many does he have right now? Is it just two? One, two. Yeah, it's just these two. Okay. So, yeah, I did kill one sniper squad, though. That is good in my pushes. I also managed to take the middle VP. I also recaptured the right VP away from those snipers that were capturing it earlier. And now my opponent has 72 victory points remaining. I have 128, but I am dwindling his down. He is not dwindling mine down. So that is good. I was hoping with this Grenadier squad to kill the sniper squad. I wanted to use the rifle grenade, but the snipers were moving every time I tried, and as a result, if they're moving, the rifle grenade is pretty useless, because the only goal with the rifle grenade is if they don't move, they will die, guaranteed pretty much. But if once they hear the grenade is incoming, they pretty much always move or retreat. So it wouldn't have really helped me to spend the munitions on the rifle grenade. Now in the middle here, I have managed to protect it, and like I said, with my push, I have actually pushed my opponent back quite a bit, basically back to his base. And on the left side here, sneaky me, I have a single Pioneer squad over here. Remember the Pioneer squad I sent to capture points on the left side? They decapped this field point, and as soon as they were done decapping it, I sent it over here to capture the leftmost VP. So now, even if my opponent captures the middle one, he still has to deal with me on the left one. And he doesn't have much of an infantry force to deal with a Vet 2 Flamethrower Pioneer squad. This is a force to be reckoned with because my opponent doesn't have much anti-infantry in his disposal. So, this is perfect for me. He only sends an engineer squad to come deal with me, but it doesn't work out for him. He sends an Su-85 when he realizes that this is going on. He also sends a Vet 3 sniper squad. They come too close. He's sending so much at me now. A Guards Rifle Infantry squad. Look at these snipers. Look at them roast. Never mind. One of them died, but not the other man. So the squad survives, but I managed to decap, or actually not decap, but capture this point. It's another Stuka bombing barrage here. Bombing strike. And it takes out that whole squad. Oh, yeah. Also severely damages the Su-85. That was perfect. So that was another good barrage, and now he's attacking me in the middle, but he has too few VPs. He has 10 VPs remaining. He has to be in this VP right now, or this VP right now if he wants to win, but too late. 8 VPs remaining. He's lost at this point. Sniper is not in the cap circle. Oh, that's hurting him. If the sniper was in the cap circle, he might have been able to hold off here, but he's not able to. And so he's going to lose the game. So there we go. That is the end of the game. Playback over. Wow. So, anyways, going back to our story. If you haven't figured it out yet, I was the hero of the story. Some major points. I managed to take the whole map in the middle, or not the middle of the game, the beginning of the game, after I dealt with the scout car sniper combo. And then I was pushed back all the way into my base at some point in the mid-game. And then with all these pushes towards the end, using everything I had, literally every unit I had, just charging forward, taking this middle VP, and then losing it, and then taking it, and then losing it. I just used all my forces, and I managed to secure myself a victory. So, yeah. That was an awesome game. I really liked that game. Yeah, at the end of it, my opponent said the sniper wasn't capping, and I didn't even know what he was talking about, but now I do, because the sniper was outside the cap circle, and he did move it in, but it was too late for him. So, I think his goal with the T-34 was to keep circling my units over here, and keep it so that they cannot shoot at the sniper. I think that was the goal. But what I thought was happening when I was playing the game, because I didn't see the sniper over here, I was just like, you're sacrificing your T-34 because you know you've lost and you just want to have a little fun trying to crush me. I figured that's what he was trying to do, but turns out, as I'm discovering right now, he was actually trying to keep me from shooting at a sniper because units on the move cannot shoot very well at all. So anyways, guys, that was an epic game, in my opinion. Katyusha, Vet 2, 15 kills, not bad. Sniper, Vet 3, 53 kills. You have another sniper somewhere? Where would that other sniper be if it's not dead? There it is. 37 kills. He also had a third sniper at some point in the game. I don't know how many kills that thing got, but these two combined, 37 plus what was it, 50 something? 53. That is 90 kills between the two snipers. Wow. That is just crazy. That really is. Yeah. 90 kills between two snipers. Yeah. Wow. I don't know what to say anymore, so let's go ahead and end the video. Game's over, I don't really have anything else to say, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. I was trying to go for T-70 Rush, and so one thing I'm not doing is buying Molotovs. Most of the time when I'm playing as Russians, I will buy Molotovs after my second or third conscript squad is out, because I find Molotovs